Software Underbelly is about truth-telling. It's about creating a space for stories on society's most marginalized that venture beyond our own biases, which is why Ground News is the perfect sponsor for my channel. In a world where sensational headlines flood our feeds, some of the most important stories get overshadowed. Ground News highlights local news from around the world, which gives an on-the-ground perspective that might be missing from national coverage. The app and website empowers you to form your own opinions by serving you every article published on any news story worldwide, plus data about its credibility and where it may fall on the political spectrum. I particularly like their blind spot feed, dedicated to showing news stories that are underrepresented in the mainstream media. Their election coverage was a great example of that. It's easy to forget how much bias can shape the reality we live in. And in a world where our attention is constantly being fought over, my Vantage plan easily helps me keep up with the more important stories slipping through the cracks. So I encourage you to check them out at ground.news/SWU. Right now they're offering 50% off their Vantage plan as a limited time offer. Their platform is also subscriber funded, meaning that when you subscribe through my link or even gift it to someone you know, you're helping to hold the media accountable and you're helping my channel. Thank you very much. You're drinking Red Bull.
Yeah.
You've been up all night?
Kind of, yeah.
How many nights a week do you work?
Basically every day until I really can't no more.
I don't know of a single you're how old?
19.
You're 19. I don't know of a single 19-year-old that wants to work 7 days a week. So that tells me that you must have management.
Yeah.
I've had girls tell me like, oh, I work 7 days a week and I don't have a pimp.
Whew.
I don't buy it.
Yeah, I don't really believe in that. I don't believe in renegade. It's kind of hard.
Have you been brainwashed?
In a way, but I feel like
it is a safer way to play the game.
Yeah, there is.
Because a renegade just gets...
Renegade is just...
It's you against all these crazy tricks. And
you don't have no protection, so
yeah.
It's easier for you to get raped, robbed, kidnapped by a pimp too, especially if they know you are.
Yeah. How'd you get into this game, as they call it?
Well, first I was 17, I started selling pussy on Instagram. Like, I would post twerking videos and they would, like, ask to buy, but I would always tell them, oh, I'm 17. Like, you know, I would have never lied about my age. So it started like that. But then once my mom and my dad, like, kicked me out and they were done with me, I just
Because
waited.
you were too...
I guess I was too wild for them or whatever. Because I started going out drinking, but I did it with my mom, so it didn't make sense. So I guess after they was like, you know what, I don't want you anymore, I waited till I was 18 to start selling it on the Blade. So I slept in cars, hotel to hotel, like, you know, until I turned 18. I said, fuck it, and I went to LA and I just started selling it.
Went to LA from where?
Vegas.
Oh, you were in Vegas. You're from Vegas?
I'm not from Vegas. I'm from Sacramento.
Sacramento.
Sac City.
You don't seem like a problem child.
I'm not. I'm really not. See, that's the problem. I'm not. I just do what I was told, and I guess by me doing what I was told, and they thinking I wasn't going to listen, the bad version, and I listened, and they didn't like that. But it's not my fault because, like, my mom did tell me, oh, if you're going to make him, if he's going to fuck, well, he needs to pay. And I'm just like, okay, hey, I took it and ran with it. But once I took it and ran with it, it's just like, what are you doing? Like, fuck you. So it's just like, okay. But then again, my mom and my dad, my mom was a hoe, my dad was a pimp. So it's like, they can't really say nothing about it.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Yeah.
This gets really complicated.
So it's like, and I'm the only one that took the hustle side out of the family, but it's not my fault. It's in me, not on me.
So you've got some of the game lingo. Mm-hmm. You grew up in the family. You grew up in the family.
I grew up around it, basically, without knowing I grew up around it.
And you're slightly brainwashed, but you're intelligent enough to see.
Yeah, the bullshit.
Yeah, you're an interesting girl.
Yeah, very much. I'm not stupid.
You graduate high school?
No.
Oh.
I dropped out when I was in my last year of it. Yeah, senior year. I tried to finish it, but it's just like kept getting kicked out, finding somewhere to go, and it's just like it's hard to do that.
Why did you get kicked out of high school?
Where?
Why?
Not in high school, but like my family members.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so it was just hard for me.
Not having a roof over your head makes it hard
to go to school.
And then you got the streets to make money. Mm-hmm. It's really just a hustle, right?
Basically.
It's just a hustle. And it happens to be that you're an attractive young female and you can sell that in one form or another and make a lot of money.
Exactly.
But if there was a hustle like mowing people's lawns or something like that, then you'd be pushing a lawnmower. It's really just a hustle. It's not that you're sex crazed.
Right.
It's not that you need to have sex with some dude tonight.
Right.
You don't need to have sex with anybody. You just need the money.
Just need the money. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all.
So people get crazed and like they start getting all judgmental about this. And it's really, I think it has a lot to do with the cost of living.
Yeah.
And the cost of living impacted your family. So your dad had to become a hustler and your mom was a hustler. And that impacts the family's wealth, basically. And then everyone's struggling and, you just don't have the support system that a lot of kids do.
Exactly. I feel like if I wasn't pushed out when I was 17, I wouldn't be a hoe right now.
Yeah, but you also didn't have the role models.
Yeah.
Like your dad wasn't a lawyer and your mom wasn't a nurse.
Yeah, no.
They were a pimp and a hoe.
Yeah, basically.
Are they cool parents?
Yes, they are. I do talk to my dad now, but my mom, not really. Like, she's just somewhere else. She doesn't really like what I'm doing, but I'm like, what are you to say anything about it? Because you did the same thing I did.
She showed you how, almost.
Basically.
Not in terms of like showing you how, but,
yeah, but
she was setting an example.
Exactly. So like I just started, making them pay. If before I even started hoeing, like I would just be like, okay, if you want to fuck me, like you got to give me something. Something.
So having sex with a man now, there's a definite connection with money in your mind.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't even feel right. I feel like even if I ever did, like, give up with this shit and, like, did fuck with somebody that wasn't a pimp, it's just, like, I wouldn't even feel right you fucking me without giving me money. It don't feel the same no more. Because, like, I'm fucking you, then when I'm done fucking you, it's just, like, what did I just get out of this? Some good dick? No. I need more than that. I'm still broke. I fucked you with $0 and now I still got $0. That don't work, no. And I know my worth. Like, I look in the mirror every day. You're not playing me like that.
No, you're a beautiful girl.
Something, not nothing.
And if we're going to go back to how humans interacted for centuries, men are the providers and women are nurturers, basically.
Yeah.
And you're doing your nurturing, but if he ain't putting any money on the table, he's not providing.
Yeah, and then I'm just looking stupid with nothing.
So there's an honesty in everything you're doing.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I see that. That's an interesting scenario you've built here at 19 years old.
Yeah, I'm really more mature for my age. Like, you wouldn't believe I'm 19.
No, I'm surprised that you're 19.
I just know so much, seen so much without even knowing. And then when I do know, it's like, oh, I already seen that. Or I always see it coming. It's just like, I could play dumb, but like, really, I'm not dumb. I know what's going on. And if I'm acting dumb, it's because I want to be dumb. But no, in real life, you can't do me like that. I already know what's going on. I'm not stupid. I might be young, but I'm mature, and I've been there, done that, seen that. I'm cool.
Your parents are married still?
No, they divorced.
Do you enjoy this work?
No, not really. Yes and no. I mean, I enjoy it, the money part, but then again, it still comes with getting raped, robbed, and that shit is not cool.
No. Any other job, like anyone watching this, if getting raped or robbed was part of the job?
It is. It's going to happen to you. I can tell you right now.
Yes, if you...
I don't do nothing bad. I don't rob tricks. I don't do none of that. I'm the sweetest girl you can ever meet, but best believe it's still going to happen to you.
No, but like Janet, who's working at a bank and watching this video, if somebody said, yeah, so you'll start on Monday, just be aware that you're going to get raped and robbed eventually.
Eventually.
So just be aware. Don't freak out when that happens. And
if you can't handle it, don't do it.
We'll see you on Monday. And it's like...
Right. That's part of the interview.
Yeah.
I hope you know.
Yeah, but most people would say, I'll pass on that job.
Exactly.
But you guys are tough.
We are.
And you're learning social skills. Because you're dealing with all kinds of crazy tricks.
All types, high tricks, drunk tricks,
Quiet tricks, angry tricks.
abusive tricks. I done had tricks spit on me, and I done had tricks did so much shit.
And you don't know what the next car is going to bring.
You never know.
And then you need to charm every single one of those fuckers, right?
You need something. You definitely need a weapon. But one thing about me, I never have a weapon. These heels is though.
Yeah, you're 6 foot tall. That's a weapon.
Yeah. Hey. Hey, I got something.
They're not going to pick on you. They'll pick on a girl who's 5'2" first.
Man, probably throw something at me on the blade or something.
No, that happens too.
Yeah, that happened last night, actually.
You get shot with a paintball gun or something.
I've been shot with a paintball gun.
That sucks.
Definitely.
And so tell me about your relationship with your pimp.
I don't really want to talk about that.
We're not naming names.
I know. I mean, we're okay.
His name's Joe. What is your relationship like with Joe?
Great.
He treats you well?
Yeah, very much.
And the money that you make, you give 100% to him?
100%, never 80, never 90.
And he takes care of you and puts a roof over your head and gets you clothes and hair and whatever?
You just basically pay for what you want.
Yeah, but what about a bank account?
You can get that. That he is your bank account. What are you talking about?
But the problem is, if something happens and you guys split ways, I don't think...
Then you're broke. You're just a broke bum.
And that seems fair to you?
I mean, that's how the game go. What you want to be, that's just how it go.
See, there's where I got a problem.
Yeah. I mean, shit, if you do your job and you with the right motherfucker, it won't happen.
Yeah, but what if it just doesn't? And which happens with humans.
And it happened to me a couple of times. I didn't came with a lot and left with nothing. I mean, it happens. It's a lot of shit that happens with this game, and a lot of people don't understand it. They think it's just P's and Q's. Get out there, sell it.
But the problem I have with it, I think you girls are great. You know, I've interviewed so many of them, and I think you guys are all cool. And I've interviewed a lot of pimps, and I think they're cool too. For the most part, not some are pretty abusive, but
very.
Yeah, very. Some are very abusive, but I have I'm not going to take sides. But all I'm saying is I see that the women get the short end of the stick
every time, and
that's just not cool.
That's because they pimps and we hoes. They stand higher than us.
Well, why don't you try to operate without a dude?
Without a pimp? You mean be a renegade?
Well, not on the street, but you can do it in hotel rooms easily.
That's still a renegade, man.
Yeah, I know. So,
because I don't want to get raped, robbed, and beat up. It's not even the fact that I can.
So tonight, some guy from Bolivia is going to come and pick you up, and he's going to rape you. And your pimp is not going to be right outside the door.
Definitely. He can only do so much.
Right. So he isn't really that kind of the protection you would need.
I mean, if something goes down. If you could come and pick up that phone, it depends on what type of pimp you got. If you got a babysitter or one that follows you or one that it depends on what your pimp is telling you.
If I were a girl, I'd want a dude who's 6'7", standing with his arms crossed at the foot of the bed, waiting for this guy to get his shit done.
Wait, you know that trick is not gonna want to pay me if that man is doing that.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't want to risk I wouldn't want to do it anyway. I couldn't even imagine doing what you do.
Yeah,
it's a crazy job.
Every day.
Do you believe in love?
Yes, I do. But
But kind of a pimp hoe love.
Yeah, there you go. It's different than square love.
Very different.
Very different.
Like, do you guys have a romantic relationship?
Me and mine? No.
So there's no romance in that relationship?
No.
And you probably don't have romance outside of that relationship?
Like with just a regular person?
A regular human being?
Oh, hell no. See, I'll be fired, beat up in the alley, crying somewhere.
It's an interesting life you lead.
Yeah. Hell no. If I did that, I'll be dead.
And you're such a pretty girl. You would think that you would have guys lining up.
I mean, I do have guys that do want that. Like, you want to marry me, have me stop doing this. But it's just like, no.
Does any of this have anything to do with your self-worth, your self-esteem?
Like doing
like what you believe you deserve. Like some girls are 19 years old and they believe they deserve Prince Charming. They think Prince Charming is going to come and sweep them off their feet one day, not today, but one day. And they're going to be a good wife and he's going to be a good husband and they're going to live happily ever after. And that's not too far from what's going to actually happen.
I mean, yeah, I believe that'll happen one day, but like
But the fact that you're with a dude who's keeping all your money, just giving you the bare minimum, you're doing things with guys that's not what most women would want to be doing with their free time.
Right.
And the hours you work are pretty crazy.
Very.
7 days a week. You work through the night? Mm-hmm. Have you slept? When's the last time you slept?
I mean, a few hours ago.
Oh, you did?
A couple of hours, yeah.
Okay, so you did sleep a little bit. Mm-hmm. Where are you staying? In a motel? Mm-hmm. That's not cool either.
It's not.
I'll be your pimp. I'll take care of you.
Hey, we don't believe in paying white people. No jokes aside. Oh, that I would look crazy.
You have to pay a choosing fee.
Yeah, very much. Not all the time, you know.
And then what's the fee you pay to the pimp when you leave?
Oh, it depends if they have a leaving fee or a choosing fee. Some of them say they have a choosing fee, but really they don't. And a lot of these pimps are just free fucking these hoes. So it really is what it is.
I think the game has deteriorated since the 80s.
Definitely. The game now is just so different. Like, I don't know, like a trick is a pimp now.
Right, yeah. I grew up in Chicago in the 70s and 80s, and I remember pimps were, this is hard for people to understand or believe probably, but pimps were looked at like, almost like royalty. They would drive around in these custom Lincoln Continentals or Cadillacs or Rolls Royces or Bentleys.
The big fur coats.
With the big fur coats and
cane,
11 rings on their fingers.
I know what you mean.
Chains and hats and everything is custom and fur and the girls are smoking and there's 7 of them in the car or whatever. I'm exaggerating a little bit. But
yeah,
they would come through town and everyone would look. And people would like literally run up to them like they were the president.
Yeah, like they bosses and shit.
Like yeah. I remember in Chicago seeing people run up to certain pimps that were very well known in the neighborhood, and people were like, kids wanted to look at them, people wanted to touch them, girls wanted it was just like they were seen as almost like royalty. And now it's just pathetic what you see now.
Just dumb. Everybody wants to be a pimp. A 17-year-old is a pimp now.
Yeah, because he's got a sparkly belt buckle.
Because he got a V on his back. Like, what? I don't get it. Nowadays, they walk around saying, oh, I'm pimping, I'm this and that, but whole time, you're a square. You paying for pussy. And then I hate a wannabe pimp that used to pay pussy all the time, and now you want a pimp. You was never, ever a pimp, baby. You're going to stay a trick. You're just an undercover trick. That's not no pimp. I hate people like that.
Yeah.
It's so much shit.
Yeah, and part of the reason for that is the laws have become, the penalties for pimping and pandering have become so extreme. And
now that Trump is in the shit, we finna be fucked. I don't know what we gonna do for real.
What do you think he's gonna do to the game?
Oh, fuck it up.
How will you guys be affected?
We gonna be fucked up. I feel like he gonna have us in jail with no bond. With like, oh God,
why do you think that?
Because he don't like prostitution. He don't like it at all. Like,
he just says that to get the votes. Once now that he's won the election, it's like,
oh fuck.
I don't think you got anything to worry about. The more illegal it is, in fact, the probably the better for you.
Why?
You might end up in jail once in a while, but the money you'll make and it's almost like the more it got legalized, the more it gets legalized and homogenized, it just loses its luster.
Yeah.
And there is a luster to this. It looks like a fashion show out there.
Especially Figueroa.
I mean, you could totally 100%. You are a model.
Yes, I am.
You fucking are a model. I am. You're 6 foot tall, lean.
I should be modeling. I don't even know why I'm on the street.
Yeah, you should be modeling, but you're sucking
dick, fucking for some bucks. Shit, sucking and fucking for some bucks. But hey, then again, it's just like, I don't know what it is with the game. Like, when I be talking about it to my dad, I just be so, like, geeked up about it. Like, oh, yeah, I'll be out there. I'll be like, I don't know. It just makes me feel.
What does your dad think of the new game? Because he's a little bit older than.
I mean, he's not in the game no more, so
right.
it's just
but
like,
he was around when, probably in the.
He tells me, like, 80s, I shouldn't
90s.
even be paying no pimp, really. I should be doing it on my own.
Oh, he tells you that, too?
He does tell me that.
So he and I think the same.
Yeah, but I'm just like, y'all don't understand. Like, this generation, you can't. If anything, you got to act like you got one.
Yeah,
and not get caught.
Well, I know a couple girls that are doing that.
Yeah, but then it only lasts so long.
If you carry the right.
Because a pimp will sweat you until your pimp pull up. And if your pimp don't pull up, they go think you a renegade. Then boom, it's fucked for you. It's just so much steps in this game. It's just like, ooh, no. I remember the first time I got on the blade. It wasn't even 15 minutes. It was like 5 minutes, and I chose up immediately. Because I was getting sweated like it was no tomorrow. Like, I'm a renegade. It's my first time on the blade. They don't even know that.
They're so aggressive.
They are so aggressive.
I mean, like, it's the craziest behavior. It's almost like watching some crazy animal on National Geographic where you see, like, the courting ceremony.
Some of them touch you.
The way the pimps, like, will stop their car in the middle of the block, leave their door open, engine running, come at you, basically yelling at you.
Literally.
Like 1 inch away from your face, and you're looking at your feet. You can't look at him.
Right.
You can't talk to him. You can't acknowledge him, but he's just yelling, screaming. What are they saying to you?
Come pay a real pimp hoe. Just dumb shit. Like, they say the same shit basically. Just come pay a pimp. You look good, bitch.
The only pimp that, I mean, I get crap sometimes because people think that I'm pro pimp, and I'm just I like the finesse pimps. The finesse pimps are a breed.
What, like Shark?
I don't know. He's the most. I don't think he's.
Is he a pimp?
Yeah, I believe he is, but I don't think he's a finesse pimp. A finesse pimp is like someone who isn't going, like, I think Pimpsy, who I've interviewed. Pimpsy is his name. He's from San Diego. He is a finesse pimp, and he kind of maybe he's very suave and debonair. He dresses well. He's smooth talking. He's not intimidating you. He's not forcing you. He would never get out of his car and do that kind of shit to somebody. He'll just stay in his car and sweet talk you, or just smile and be cool.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
He'll just be cool, and that'll make a girl go like, what's your story? What are you all about?
Yeah, I've been in that. I met a couple like that actually, and they're really good people. They're actually good pimps. Like, those are the ones that are really good.
Yeah,
like,
that's what when I say I like pimps. Those
that's
are
the ones you like.
Those are the ones I like because they are actually not that having sex with strangers is a good thing. I wouldn't want my daughters doing it. Mm-hmm. But I understand that the hood is a different culture than the way my daughters grew up or the way I grew up, and different things are accepted in that culture. So once you understand that, then it becomes like, okay, so let's say this game is going to exist. If it's going to exist, there's a way to do it that is cooler. And I think the way a finesse pimp operates is it's kind of respectable.
It is.
But these guys that are just like it's like they don't know how to interact with women.
They don't. They just
talk like
shit.
They just like talk shit and intimidate, and like it's embarrassing when you see a 22-year-old kid like intimidating a 19-year-old girl. And it's like, what are you doing?
And then you got these pits with these minors, like, oh, that is so, like, you couldn't tell that's the girl, that's the kid, like, that's crazy.
Well, I like what I hear is happening, like on Figueroa Street. A lot of the girls that are of age will not really accept a girl who's underage.
We'll whoop your ass off that block.
That's right.
Don't let me find out. It's a couple girls I didn't hang with and found out they was minors. And yeah, you bitch, you gotta go. Like, no, I don't play that. These bitches would be out there, oh yeah, I'm 18, I'm 19, but the whole time they 12, 13.
And you waited until you were 18?
Yes, I did. I waited. I went through all the bullshit. I tried to be a square before I even did that. But hey, They kept ripping up my birth certificate and shit. I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna go straight to the streets. I'm still trying to get my social and my birth certificate, but it's so hard because I don't have nothing to show that that's me. So it's just like, I'm just out here selling it. I'm trying.
You have no face tattoos?
Just neck.
Good for you.
I will have some soon.
You're going to have face tattoos?
I want at least one.
Oh, dude.
Not a name, though. Well, I don't know, because
I don't care if it's a fucking butterfly. You have a beautiful face. Leave it alone.
I know, I do.
I think it's a hood thing that I just will never understand.
Really?
I'm a white boy from the suburbs of Chicago. I was fascinated with the hood, but I'm not like part of it. I'm a fan of it.
Yeah. Maybe one.
I wouldn't do it.
Maybe like
you asked me first.
Hey, I might. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe just one. Just one won't hurt. You know?
Yeah. Do you ever get depressed?
Yeah, all the time.
In doing this? Really?
Basically, yeah.
What depresses you?
Just having to fuck every day and like put a smile on my face, because sometimes I could be myself. Like when I'm working, I'll be myself. Like, you know how people like act like somebody? No, like you could tell I'm being me. Like when you're doing a date with me, like I'm gonna be myself. But then when that runs out, and I gotta act, oh yeah.
No, but when a female is with a guy and they're getting intimate, you want that guy to be somebody that you are attracted to, that you would want to do that with.
Exactly.
That you look forward to that. You don't want to have to do it 7, 8, 10 times a night with smelly fat dudes and guys that are married and creeps.
Exactly.
And that's got to be really depressing.
Sometimes it makes you want to throw up, or just like don't want to be around nobody.
Yeah.
It's really hard. Like this shit is hard.
Yeah, I know.
It's not peaches and cream. Everybody want to act like it is. Like, no. You're going to lose yourself. This game will have you doing drugs, losing yourself, a lot of shit.
How could you not drink or do drugs? How could you not? After a night of...
You're going to be hooked on something. Whether you're smoking weed, doing crack, because these hoes do crack, these hoes do fentanyl. That's one thing. These hoes do fentanyl. A lot of them do fentanyl. That's just one thing.
They're taking pills or they're smoking it?
Smoking it, taking it.
Really?
Yes.
Young ones too?
Yes.
Really?
It's like you got to be high doing this. Like I smoke so much weed because I can't pick up no drug like that. I can't pick up no coke. I can't. The only thing I could pick up is probably a perk. Pop a perk like once now and then. But other than that, I done tried coke. I had a coke face for 1 month, and that shit fucked me up. It had me depressed, looking at walls like, no, fuck that. This shit will have you on drugs. I don't care what nobody say. Eventually, you're going to pick up that drug. It's just believe it or not.
Yeah.
You can't tell yourself you're not. I was that hoe telling me, no, I'm not, no, fuck that. Because if you're not high off of weed, drinking liquor, something, you're going to fucking lose yourself.
No, I go down to Figueroa sometimes, and I'll be down there in the middle of the night, which is not good for my sleep schedule, but I go down there because I'm working on something. And I see these women out there, and I'll be down there for 3 hours or so, or maybe longer, and they haven't picked up a date.
Oh, yeah, it's
and
like
it's
that.
Cold as fuck. I don't care if it says it's 57 degrees. It's windy, and it's 57, and it feels like 30.
30.
And you're wearing what you're wearing right now.
Mm-hmm. Or even more nakeder.
Yeah,
And we gotta
there were
stay
two
out there.
women I saw last weekend that were totally topless, just wearing bikini bottoms and walking around, and it was
No
cold.
jacket. And I bet you they high off drugs too.
Probably, yeah.
You can't be out there butt ass naked off nothing.
Yeah, there's drugs that keep you warm.
Yeah, I remember a hoe telling me she was booty butt naked. She told me, yeah, I do coke and ecstasy. Yeah, they be high off drugs. Like, it's not you either drunk or you high off drugs. Either way, it's something. And if you're not, then I'll bet you was a good hoe.
But so what I was saying is, you see these women, they're not really staying busy. They're getting rejected over and over and over again. Cars drive by,
There's
guys.
nights like that.
Guys say no.
Yes, night before your
And
sleep.
none of these guys are guys you respect or look up to, or
Cause then you gotta. It depends on what your pimp making you take. If he might be like making you take bear, he might be letting you take $60, $70 dates, like shit like that. So it really depends on what your pimp is telling you, what you can accept and you can't accept.
So doing bear, as they call it, without a condom, is something that the pimp will direct you to do?
Most of these pimps will. Some of them, yes. But me and all, you could never tell me to do that. Cause I don't give a fuck if you gave me $50K. You're probably giving me $50K of AIDS for the rest of my life. I'm not gonna move like that. I don't give a fuck if you gave me $2 million to just do bear. You probably give me $2 million worth of AIDS. I'm good.
Yeah.
I love my life. So it's like, yeah, but these pimps will make these hoes do bear, especially if she's green. If she's new, these pimps will use that as advantage. Oh, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta do this, you gotta take $20 days, you gotta take $30 days, and they fucking up the game when they do that. And that's why they pull up, oh, can you do bear? And that's why we standing outside all day, because all they want is bear and eat your pussy. You're not eating nothing.
That'll make you depressed.
Yeah.
And that'll make you do drugs.
And that'll make you want to not do this shit no more. But then it's like every time you stop doing it, you itching to go back. It's like, and then they call it trapping. You know, trapping like making money. They call it trapping because you're trapped. This game will trap you.
How do you feel trapped?
For example, before I started doing this, I was a fan of Figueroa Street. I was a fan, right? I used to be like, oh, these girls look good. I want to try. Boom.
It's glamorous.
Right?
It appears glamorous.
That's how it starts. Boom. I got out here. I liked it. I was making so much money that I wasn't counting at first when I was green. Then it's like it goes from you liking it to you going through something, trying to figure out what's wrong with me. Why do I feel this way? To depressed, to trapped. And the trap part is like you saying you want to stop doing this. And then, like I said, you're itching to go back. Like, oh, I want to go to the blade. Oh, I want to sell some pussy. It's called trapping because we're trapped. It's a trap. Once you're in the game, it's hard to get out.
So when you say it's trap, is that illegal? Is something illegal that got you into this trap?
I mean, what got me in this trap is my family pushing me away. That's what got me in this trap. If, like I said, if they never would have kicked me out like that and just would have accepted me.
But they kicked you out for what reason? What'd you do?
Let me see. My mom kicked me out. My dad kicked me out. First, I was living when my mom and my dad separated. My mom had left my dad and left a big ass note and just left us with my dad. So I saw my dad go through depression, all the other shit when a bitch leave. So boom.
Yeah, but how did I'm asking like what your childhood was like, and I'm like leading to like
right. So my dad kicked me out because he started fucking on the 18-year-old, and I didn't like that because my sister was finna be 18. So I just looked at it like, oh, that's weird. That's not right. And then you're 51. That's not right. And your daughter is finna be 18. So I was just looking at it like, oh no, I can't. He ended up kicking me out. I tried to go with my mom, but like me and my sister, we're 11 months apart. We bumped heads. She tried to kill me in my sleep. Couldn't do that. So one of my homegirls had let me stay with her. This is while I was 16, 17. She let me stay with her, boom. And then my sister tried to go to my dad's and I tried to go to my mom's. That didn't work out. My mom is a party girl. We can go out, drink with her, party. We're in Vegas. We can go out, drink with her and everything, but boom. But once everything goes down and bad, she's like a hypocrite, or she'll switch up like, oh, you're not supposed to be doing that. But you told me to do that. You told me to do this. So it's just like, at some point, I started being that wild 17-year-old. I'll go out and drink, come back, probably do it again. Just party. But like, what else we gonna do? It's the summer and this is what we do with you, Mom. So she didn't like that. So eventually she was like, oh no, I can't do this no more. You gotta go. She put me in the system, CPS, for like a day. My sister had came and got me. That's when I was sleeping in cars, in hotels, just trying to get my shit together before I turned 18. I ended up turning 18. I said, fuck this shit. Y'all don't want me. Y'all don't want me to go back. So boom, I started selling. So basically, yeah, that's how that happened.
Selling
pussy. So that's how that happened. Once they started pushing me away and I really got that feeling like, oh, y'all done with me? I said, fuck it. So, yeah.
That's sad.
It's sad, but it's some real shit.
Yeah, but I see, like, I can, just talking to you, I can see how much potential you have. You could be doing something really great with your life.
And I could be doing something way better than walking on the track, and I'm going to say it again for the bitches in the back. I could be doing something way better than walking the track. I don't really need to be out here. Right hand to God. Like, they call me Miss 304 on Instagram. Yeah, that's me. I rep it. Like, I act like I'm married to the game. But really, yeah, I'm supposed to be somewhere way bigger than this. I'm supposed to be doing something else. And I know I am. And one day, I'm going to figure it out. But until then, I'll be on the track. That's some real ass shit. That's just some real. I'm going to always be a hustler, though. I was a hustler before I was a hoe.
No, there's nothing wrong with being a hustler.
Oh, God.
Especially if you're a legal hustler. Like, I'm a hustler, but I do everything legally. I don't do anything shady. But I hustle like a motherfucker. Like,
thank you.
And I make a lot of money. And, being a good hustler is a powerful skill.
But it's just hard to think about getting a job. Excuse me. When I can make y'all paycheck in one day, if anything.
Are you addicted to the fast money?
I'm very much addicted.
Yeah, see, that's a part of the problem, too, because you can't just square up and quit this job and go get a job at whatever.
Yeah, and then just waiting on that money,
And then on top of it, you have problems like you don't have the high school diploma, you don't have the job experience, there's some problems. Things they could be probably very easily overcome, but they are still little roadblocks.
And this shit, you can just jump into it.
Yeah.
Jump, get an outfit, some heels, boom.
You stop at the exotic spot and you're all set.
One stop.
You're in business.
Already on the street.
Heels and a thong, and you're on your way.
And here come your money.
Do you have friends that do it?
Yes, I do. And I have friends that don't do it too. So.
Which ones are happier?
The ones that don't do it. The ones that don't do it. I mean, that's real shit though. And shit will stress you out with how you really fucked up. And I ain't sugarcoating nothing because, hey, this game is fucked up. And it's just going to get more fucked up.
See, your self-worth, it's your responsibility. I mean, maybe it was your parents' responsibility when you were 6 and 7 years old. But now at 19, it looks like it's going to be your responsibility to keep your self-esteem, self-worth where it should be.
Mm-hmm. Because I don't really got support.
And by letting you sell yourself short like this, it's not going to just turn into something great one day.
It's not. Yeah.
and then the other problem is, let's say that Richard Gere did come around one day and try to take you away from this game and put you into a square life and all that.
And I'll be so hesitating with it because it's just like, oh, I don't know.
You wouldn't trust it.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. And that's just me being trapped and addicted to the fast money.
And brainwashed and all that stuff.
Not even brainwashed. Because before I came in this game, it's like I knew so much about it. It's like you couldn't really teach me nothing but the prices and what bareback mean. Other than that, nobody ain't taught me nothing in this game. I taught myself. The only thing a pimp can teach me now is how to steal a watch, and I'm not doing it. Sorry. I don't rob tricks. I believe in karma. I'm sorry. Unless a trick do something to me, like try to rape me, then okay, then I'll probably rob you.
It is like relieving a man of his watch or his wallet.
But you gotta do something to me for me to do something to you. Because I believe in karma. I'm sorry. So it is what it is.
But is relieving a trick of his credit card or his watch or something like that part of the game?
I mean, yeah, most of these pimps want you to do that. But hey, I'm not finna do 30 years because you want me to take a watch. I know damn well, no.
Like every time I hear a girl, and there's been a lot of them who tell me stories about how they got beaten up or raped or whatever. And I'm not saying that doesn't happen willy-nilly, just sometimes just bad luck. But every time I hear that story, I'm wondering like what she did that
to get there.
To get there, yeah.
Exactly. And in my story, like I said, I don't do nothing to people. So I've been raped and slapped up by an undercover pimp. He act like he was a trick. I got in the car, and I remember like it's no tomorrows on Figueroa. It's probably in the hundreds or the 80s. He picked me up. It was all good. I'm like, okay, you want to go to my room? He was like, yeah. I'm like, okay, the room this way. He was like, no, actually, I just want to do a car date. I'm like, okay, cool. As soon as we parked in the alley, he looked at me, he was like, why you acting so hostile on pimping? And my heart dropped. I'm like, wait, what? He like, why you acting so hostile on pimping? I'm like, oh no, I'm not doing this. I'm grabbing my shit. Like, I'm trying to hurry up and get out of here, bro. He just turns around and says, "Mwah," and start hitting me. So I'm just like, at this point, I can't even do nothing. Like, I gotta stay right here. Cause like, this is the third time I'm being raped and robbed in 1 week. It's the third time. So at this point, I'm broke at this point. Like, you broke me. I'm ready to quit. So boom. He just tell me who my pimp is, how many hoes he got. Oh, you need to be with a nigga like me. Cause he's just like trying to make me choose up with him. But like, you're finna rape me and hit me, like beat me up, like what? So I'm just trying to play along with his game. Like, I'm telling him what the fuck going on. He's like, oh no, you need to come be with me. You only need to be fucking with a nigga that only has one hoe, that cause he don't give a fuck about you and da da da. And then I end up getting raped, and like he asked for. I'm just like, I'm just like, oh, you want to take my number so I could talk to you later, trying to make him feel something like good about himself, like so he let me the fuck up out the car. He like, yeah, he like, my name Glock something. He from somewhere. I'm still looking for that nigga. He ended up dropping me off, bitch. I ran so fast, like, and just ducked behind the car and just started crying, like, shit is just no joke. At least he didn't have no gun, but the other one did. It's just like the raping shit will really get you somewhere in the game, like, That's why I don't do black people no more. I can't. It's always black people. No matter if they're old. It don't matter. Them black people always got something under their sleeve.
You're making me depressed.
Exactly. Don't you feel it?
Yeah. This is
you.
probably the most depressing working girl talk I've had.
Really?
For me.
I have like a lot of stories. Like if I tell you the other one with the trick that put the gun up to my head and man, like it's hard. Motherfuckers really make it seem like this game is like something to do the whole time. You ain't built for it. You're not built for it. They act like they is, but no. This shit just gets harder and harder.
You're so intelligent, and you speak so well, and you have so much potential. It's just hard to hear these words from someone like you.
But I know one day I won't be out there like that. Maybe once I start getting my shit together, it'll be easier. Cause I know right here to God, I don't want to do this shit forever. I done been through so much shit in 2 years just doing this shit. Imagine a hoe that's been doing this shit for 7, 8 years and just stupid in the head. I'm too mature. I'm too mature to be even doing shit like this.
Yeah, you shouldn't even be in it.
I should be somewhere else. But it's just like you trapped. Like I said, you trapped. And I've tried to stop. Best believe I try to stop, but it's just like.
But you don't have a drug addiction.
No.
Keeping you in it.
No,
it might be financially difficult for you to just like start something new.
Even if I do, like, I gotta ease off this shit. I can't just hop on something else. If I find something else, it's still gonna be my little side job.
Yeah.
Something. But other than that, They act like this shit is peaches and cream. But really, you better be ready to die every day. Because it don't matter. These bitches get ran over. These bitches get shot for nothing. Kidnapped for nothing. Motherfuckers will pull on the blade and just hop out the car and beat you up. And you don't even know them.
No, plenty of girls have died since I've been doing this.
Like what?
Get shot, get hit by cars, get...
Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, it's not easy. I know one day, though, I ain't gonna be doing this. And I'm gonna be looking back like, okay, like, I really did it. Like, I don't do it no more. Or, like, even if I do, it won't be like this.
I believe you.
Maybe if I had more support from my family.
Yeah, that would help a lot.
Fuck my siblings. Like, they there for me. Like, they do the most they can. I'm the baby of the family if I say that. Let's get into it. So they be looking at me like, damn, like, you the baby. They pushed the baby out. Like, they pushed me away, so it just got me here. If I had more support from my mom and my dad, I probably wouldn't even be out here right now. If I had it right now, I probably wouldn't. But hey, my dad do more and more. The difference between my mom and my dad is that when I call my mama, she don't answer the phone because I'm so disrespectful. I'm so this. No, I'm telling you the truth about yourself, and you don't like that. See, my dad, I can call him and he'll answer on the first ring. My mama just ain't shit. Like, and my dad, he did this. Y'all did the same thing. Y'all both pushed me out. Y'all both said I don't want you. But one thing about my dad, he gonna pick up that motherfucking phone. My mama knows she's a weird ass motherfucker, and I hope she see this video because you be watching this show, babe. So it's just like, you know.
Mom, you have a wonderful daughter.
You really do. And I love you, Mom, but fuck. She make me feel like, hey, I ain't shit, so. But one day I'm gonna get out this shit.
It's a parent's job to raise their kids' self-worth.
And it don't matter how old I am. Like, you'll always be the mom and the dad, and I will always be the child. No matter how old I get, I'm always be that, the youngest. Fuck is you talking about? I could be 30. You're still my mom. You're still the parent. Fuck it. I mean, it'll be good for a motherfucker to just pick up the phone. But no. And then that just make you want to really get out there and get it and show motherfuckers. Motherfuckers swear I can't do it. But hey, one thing about me, I'm going to show you I can. And I'm going to keep doing it. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to keep trying.
All right, Chanel. I'll give you a break.
Okay.
Before I start crying.
I know.
Even though Soft White Underbelly consists of a lot of videos, it's really still a photography project to me. And if you appreciate the photography, sometimes it's difficult to enjoy it when it's scrolling down the screen, which is the only option I had in this horizontal format on YouTube. So last year we came out with the first Soft White Underbelly book, which is a collection of the best portraits from the thousands of interviews I've done. Each portrait in this book is accompanied by an interesting quote from the person's interview.
Oh my God.
There's more.
Wow. These aren't as bad as I thought. I look like a witch.
The book includes multi-page spreads of both Rebecca and the Whitaker family. I will not be reprinting this book when it sells out, so once it's gone for good. You can order yours at softwhiteunderbelly.org. $125, $150 for a signed copy. And thank you for watching.